This channel is for immature audiences only. It is not for children, only for childish adults. We might play some video games that kids also like, but we say words like fuck and shit with alarming frequency and make crude, inappropriate, and morbid jokes all the damn time. Level 0 NPCs assumes no responsibility if your idiot spawn watches this and gets traumatized.
In the US, can you order bullets through Amazon Prime?
That's an excellent question. I'm not quite sure.
If you're from the United States of America, write if you can order bullets through Amazon.
I'm sure we could just look on Amazon.com and just sign out so that it doesn't automatically send you to .ca.
You're in Canada, you get nothing.
I know that you can order bobcat piss online.
Oh. Well, of course you can. Jesus, that's a foregone conclusion.
But can you order that through Amazon?
That's only semi-relevant to
bullets. Why would you order less than a liter of bobcat piss?
So, he's been mentioned before. I had this coworker named Earshot, and he's great. And there was this weird problem.
Hold on. What do we call Earshot great? I love the guy, but I don't know. I wouldn't call myself great.
He's such a truly unique individual that I would have to call him great.
All right, fair enough. He's not listening to this anyway. I guess that's what makes him great.
No, for sure. Earshot is many things, but he's not a participant. And so there's no way he's listening to this right now. But at work, we had this sort of account password manager, like a lot of companies have. And for convenience's sake, I set up an account for Domino's Pizza. Because now and then we'd be working late, and we'd order Domino's, which would give you,
pizza.
An adequate pizza in a reasonable amount of time, so that you didn't go hungry at work. But for some reason, Earshot's account, when he used his own personal account, because he was an employee of the same company, would send all of his Domino's confirmation orders to me. There was some weird intercombination between me having a Domino's account, me setting up the work account, and Earshot being in the same workplace and having his own personal account. That meant all of his personal pizza orders, I would get the confirmation email instead of him. As a result, I have known Earshot's mailing address for a long time. And I keep thinking I should just send him stuff. Just have stuff sent to him that he doesn't want. And one of my favorites was like liters and liters of bobcat piss. Just send him $300 worth of bobcat piss. Just an amount that you could never think of a use for.
Out of curiosity, how much bobcat piss does $300 get you?
I think it would get you a few liters. It's quite expensive. The weirdest thing about the bobcat piss to me was that the company that was selling it claimed it was ethically harvested. And I just don't see how that's possible.
Yeah.
They had other
just
types
some
of piss
guy in a ghillie suit following bobcats around in the forest.
That's the only way I can think of, is if you set up a little, some kind of, not a trap, but a little repository that is appealing for bobcats to piss on, and you set up a camera and you come collect it in the morning. It's the only way I can think of it. Otherwise, you've got to capture a bobcat and coerce it into urinating in an enclosure. And this just doesn't seem like the bobcat's gonna, You could probably do a catch and release. Wow, you're just gonna flop down right there, huh?
Time to turn in.
Oh, here we go.
Bring on the variety show.
You could have just in time to be attacked by this lizard man.
Bring on the
bullshit.
Tonight, Ernest Borgnine.
At least it's not a Leo Pardman. Ernest Borgnine's finally dead, right?
Finally. Matt has been waiting.
Ever since Ernest didn't sign that autograph when Matt was a child.
He finally joins Red Buttons and the rest of the cast of the Poseidon Adventure.
Fuck them all.
We're just finally dead.
We're just waiting on Hackman.
It's an accurate statement, because that is the last thing that he did.
Yeah. He's finally dead.
One day I will in a final manner, yes.
One day all of us will be finally dead. I was going to say one day I'll be finally dead, but I mean, I've never died yet.
So,
good point.
I'm a little embarrassed because we were asking what the banana thing was, and none of us remembered, which, by the way, is also great.
Yep.
It's on brand, at least.
Yes.
Like, that none of us remembered.
It's easy, I imagine, for you to think of us as these sort of witty, godlike beings that you visit on the internet.
No,
but
God.
each of our lives is just a sweaty little pandemonium, just like yours is.
A sweaty pandemonium.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
just fucking stress and effluvia.
Whoa, my goodness me! Where do you get these words? It's fantastic.
It's just reading. We got quite the educational system here in Canada.
I like really sad, challenging books.
It's true. It's true. You really do. I was just trying to make fun of the New Zealand education system, but
Oh no,
It
it is on the way down.
I assume you guys are all super smart down there, like us too, right?
No, we're not. We really aren't.
You guys are, right?
Some are.
Some
I
of
don't
you
know-
are.
I don't know if I'd say the majority.
People come from other countries to study in New Zealand, right? It's a thing.
Yeah, but I think we give international students a lot more attention because they pay a lot more money.
Brutal. We're the same. We're the
I
same.
was just telling the gang that if I were a werewolf or an X-Man, today I would have found out because I became angry enough that my lycanthropic curse or mutant power would have manifested.
Yes.
I think Luke and Matt know me well enough to know that I'm one of the angrier people.
One of the angrier people.
Just period, yes.
So just out of curiosity, I googled New Zealand Nobel laureates.
Okay.
And so
As you do.
And so one of the links that came up, it said the following 3 pages are in this category. I'm like, holy shit, like 3 pages worth of New Zealand Nobel laureates? And so I click on it, and what it meant was 3 links to like pages with the 3 people that are Nobel laureates.
Ah, got it.
How many people do per country usually get Nobel laureates? Like, what is the usual number for that sort of thing? What is the average number?
Largely depend on the country.
In the spirit of this pissing contest, let's search for Canada Nobel laureates.
Okay, and then we'll have to compare populations.
Yeah, doesn't New Zealand have a smaller population by quite a bit?
We've got 5 million.
You got 5 million people straight up, all
Yeah.
told,
Well,
across your whole goddamn country.
Around about 5 million across the whole country.
Oh, Canada only has 27.
Nice.
Okay, we got a lot more.
Let's see what countries have more Nobel laureates than New Zealand.
Yeah, I don't need to read this. We've already been here. This place is old news.
What's the population of Canada?
60,000?
Okay.
60,000?
60,000, the population of Canada.
I answered that like it was dead serious.
Or thereabouts.
Around
That's
60,000
actually close
people.
to our population of wolves. The other day I implied that most Canadians were wolves, but there is actually like thousands of wolves and millions of people, so that's just not a fair assessment.
37.59 million in Canada.
37.59 million people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you certainly are, Matt.
Yeah, you
I
are.
am.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so how many Nobel laureates do we have?
27.
Holy shit. Okay, can we work out...
Yeah, I'm doing it.
So New Zealand has the same number of Nobel
Percentage.
laureates as Mexico.
That's
And
fine.
how many people live in Mexico?
One more than
That's-
Pakistan.
Nice.
Less than Portugal or Romania.
Okay.
Luke, why are we doing this again? Why are we talking to the mother
I
of the
thought there
tree?
was a thing that I missed, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong now.
All right.
I believe
Also,
I heard
we
somewhere
need
that
to waste a few days before we can get our dispel potion and actually push the plot forwards.
Right. So we can pork futures this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you know we're
pretty
doing
much.
that.
Speaking of that, we actually had a comment for Glory that pork futures I know comes from the mind of Terry Pratchett.
That is interesting. I did read that comment, and I by no means do I consider myself on the same level as Terry Pratchett, but I can with confidence say that I arrived upon pork futures independently of any reading of Terry Pratchett because I'm not a consumer of his books. I'm aware of Discworld, mostly because of the adventure game. And that it is relatively popular, but I've never actually had the opportunity to read any of it. So,
apparently, the pork futures made its way into the second Discworld game. Maybe it's been sitting in your head this whole
Noir,
time.
or would that be Discworld 2? I played about an hour of the first Discworld game before I became extremely, just confused and unable to continue. So.
So thanks to Carl Augustin for pointing that out.
Thank you.
I'd actually recommend the Discworld series. Despite my appetite for sad and challenging novels, I've read quite a few of them. They're quite good.
Oh yeah, I've heard little but good things about the Discworld series. I just have never really had the opportunity or really gone out of my way to find and read them. I unfortunately don't spend a whole lot of time reading fiction these days, so.
Yeah, I hear you.
You're all about the nonfiction these days.
I'm reading fucking management theory books and stuff like that these days. It's
goodness.
not. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a good step for my career that I'm doing this kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm not consuming a whole lot of fiction, or the fiction that I do consume comes from television mostly. I'll binge watch. I binge watch The Expanse mostly yesterday.
Oh, I am really into that at the moment.
Good show.
I understand the impulse. I'll do a vast amount of reading on how to measure the length of a spline.
Yeah.
And it'll, probably spend about as much attention on that as I do on any other book I'm reading.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to the screen right now. I'm looking at our questions for Glory. Questions for Glory!
Glory!
By the way, Corinne, this is for you. It's back. Harmonica's back. It's back. Hey, JC Siron, or Siren, or Siron.
It's Norris backwards, I realized.
Oh my god.
JC Siron has followed me on Twitter. And
Holy
I
fuck.
was able to confirm that it was, or I assumed that I was able to confirm it was the same person because they shared an icon. So.
Holy shit, you're giving away secrets.
Oh, don't do the secret.
Oh no.
Secret. We have some secrets.
So, the new music is really saxy, kind of digging it. Sorry that it's not more saxy. There's a whole reason for that, which I don't know if we're gonna get into or not.
You know what? Let's get into it. So,
Let's open it up.
So, of all the video games, of all the retro video games to have received an update in the year 2021, for some reason that I find unfathomable, because I have not gone out of my way to read the patch notes, GOG decided to release an update for Quest for Glory 3 2 or 3 days ago.
Bastards.
And in doing so, because I just have all of my games set to auto update, because I figure most of the games that are getting updates are recent enough that I want the auto updates, it reset all of my settings and somehow made the music suck on General MIDI again. Even though I have the updated sound font, which leads me to believe that it was not a sound font problem, but something else that I did and don't remember that made the audio sound better last time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, so
So-
yeah, you guys are gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna fix it, probably. We'll
Yeah,
try to
maybe.
fix it.
I'll try.
Maybe.
I will make an effort.
Here's the question. What is the best use of wildly inappropriate music in a Sierra game? The best use? I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta say the fucking clown wedding music from Police Quest Open Season. Whenever you meet Sherry, the fucking secretary at the corner.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Actually,
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect representation too.
I think that's unbeatable.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you can get any better than that.
That's a ringer. I don't think we can top that one.
No.
It's fresh in my mind because I've been rewatching Open Season while I feed my cat a few times a day. So I've just kind of got it running in the background because it's something that I know I don't have to watch.
Yeah, it's true.
I was gonna say it's sort of the nature of video game music that it's usually at least like broadly appropriate. There's some weird game showy music that we keep encountering whenever dinosaurs are coming at us.
yes, variety show.
And that's not the most appropriate music, but it is, it's not insane. But anytime you have to bust out the descriptor clown wedding, you can be confident that's an inappropriate choice, unless it's a literal clown wedding.
And even then,
Yeah.
Even if it's an appropriate music, it's an inappropriate scene.
It is.
You'd have to. It should be censored.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our answer. That's the best one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think that's the most concise answer we've given to any question.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me, I guess this whole game is kind of mosaic censored, isn't it? In a way.
Yeah, sort of.
after a fashion, yeah.
What's happening here?
We've come back to get our dispel potions.
Sorry, I not paying attention. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I have the potions ready and waiting for you, man, whenever the fuck you want them.
The guys could vouch that earlier when we were trying to do our vocal syncs and audio calibration stuff, I just fucked up every single one. I was just zoned out or trying to do something, and we had to do every one of them twice.
It was beautiful.
Because I was sort of waiting to see if I would die, is really what's happening. It was sort of either way. It could have gone either way. It was touch and go there for a while.
We were cost tens of seconds.
Making a dispel potion, man, take up many of my ingredients and time. But what the fuck is that measured against happiness? Since you have made fucking...
My future with Julinar. He is going to travel to Shapier and hope to make a life with Julinar.
Whatever, man. Get the fuck out. Business is like bad, man. War is not healthy for children and other living things and people who are trying to stock up on healing pills and bandages. People are getting the combat heebie-jeebies and buying out my supplies, man. I got the businessman's blues.
My God, did that smell good?
Hey, I'm profiteering off a war I want to prevent, man. The way things are going, I'm gonna be wealthy. I'd rather take my profits from peace any day.
Oh, just fuck off.
It's an interesting perspective to have. He's actually lamenting how well he's doing because it means such awful things for the world.
Live long and prosper, man. Have a splendiferous day.
Is definitely the perfect voice for this guy.
Yes. He's a Tommy Chong, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hey, we have another question for Glory, but I'm going to skip that one. And I'm not going to skip it. We're going to postpone it until next week.
We're going to defer that until next week.
Because Chris Briggs wrote on our page.
Oh.
This was my favorite fucking time period in Sierra games, but I never played this shit. And when I read that, I was like, "Whoa, that guy swears a lot."
Can we say that to anybody about anybody?
Can we say that? By the way, for the record, I love that you did that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's just funny. It's just funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
That's all.
Enough already, Matt.
And Joseph Davies, I'm sorry that our roll call was not helpful.
It was a fucking clusterfuck.
Most of what we do
is not helpful. We should try one more time to do a proper roll call.
On the fly?
Okay.
Because I looked through our analytics, and I'm pretty sure you went back and re-listened to that section a few times trying to piece it together. So we owe you this one.
So not only are we going to just use our voices, but we should actually talk about like what we usually do. Like I usually intro the shows, and I never really shut up. And I'm
You might
Matt,
also want to say what you're... Yeah, there you go.
and I am also Matt. Yeah, so why don't I hand this over to Luke? This is how we're going to do this.
No, this is good. We'll pass the baton. My name is Luke. I edit the shows. Generally speaking, I have been in every single episode that we have recorded to date. Matt is number 2 there, but...
I missed a few.
God, I play the games too. I'm actually the one behind the mouse most of the time. I'm going to hand this over to Andrew.
My name is Andrew. I usually have the outro quip, and I'm the one with the very uneloquent voice. I'm going to hand this over to Lou.
So I'm Lou. I have absolutely no right to be here. I am from New Zealand, so I have the funny accent. I'm usually in trouble with Luke. I do nothing productive towards this endeavor at all. And I'm handing over to Alex.
I'm Alex. I did the Wario's Woods was my first and probably one of my more memorable series. I sound surprisingly cheerful, but my humor is real dark, and I'm always just brimming with anger.
It's true.
Never at these guys. Not that I can recall, anyway.
Well,
these guys are...
no.
I don't know, Alex. You and I have butted heads a few times.
That's true. And I've butted heads with Matt a couple times.
It's true.
I've thus far had no occasion to be mad at either Lou or Andrew.
When you're angry with us, you generally get pretty quiet about it. You internalize that and wait till we're gone, and then wish death upon us silently.
That or I'll call it out right away.
Or right away.
Regardless of the situation.
Yeah, that's true. I actually get quite mad myself, but I'm not. It's funny. I'm pretty easygoing dude for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm mad again. By the way. So there
In case
you go.
you forgot.
There you go, Joseph. This is for you, buddy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. You know what you could do, Luke, as well, if you wanted to be extra. You could put our pictures with when we're talking.
Oh God.
Matt would love it.
I could probably do that. You know,
Matt would love it.
Well, at the very least, I can put up the caricatures that Matt has drawn that are
there you go. There you
all
go.
the time.
Oh
And
yeah.
as a matter of fact, I use as an identifier on each of our episodes so you know who's there, but probably doesn't help very much because they're not actually associated with us in any useful way if you don't know who we are and what we look like. So
That is actually really true, and you really like painstakingly add people in or take them out when they're missing an episode. So I noticed that stuff.
My caricature portrait is, of course, a portrait of my original voice actor. He unfortunately died of madness, and so now it's a different voice actor. But we didn't update the portrait to sort of honor the memory of the guy who died, lost his sanity voicing me, and died.
Also, what's the point? As soon as we do it, this guy's gonna just die anyway.
You know, we had Joseph all clued up, and now he'll be totally fucking lost.
I also do all the art for the channel too.
Yes. Matt is the resident artist. He is responsible for all of the beautiful splash screen art that we have that draws in the attention.
Yeah, it's true.
Does it? I mean, it must on some level.
It does.
Louis, you said it brought you in, right?
Totally brought me in because I thought,
Fuck.
there's a Police Quest playthrough that has some extra cutscene. Oh no, they've just done some artwork. Hey, cool. Hey, these guys are funny.
Hey, see? Yeah, it's not all useless.
Lured me in.
Yeah. All right, everybody, leave your questions for Glory. You leave your comments for Glory. Just write whatever. We're fine. We love the interaction. It's great. We love y'all.
Musings for glory.
Yeah.
Musings. Yeah, whatever.
Fixing microphone levels for glory.
Yeah, if you know how to hack Skype, let us know.
Stop it fucking with my microphone level.
No, see, there is a thing in Skype where you can tell it not to adjust your volume, and then what happens is it still does it. Yeah,
I've even gone to the microphone setting and turned off allow applications to adjust this, and I've turned that off, and it's still happening.
And look, guys, like, we know that there are other programs other than Skype here, but Skype is actually one of the better ones for screen sharing, and. Yeah. When we're all strewn across the world, we kind of need to have up-to-date information on the screen. So
we were kind of ready for when COVID hit because we've been doing this remote for years.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
The show started in person. We used to record in Matt's basement.
It's true. Yeah, when it was just me, you, and John. Remember John? John? John?
Not that John.
No, not John. Another John.
Not John.
John's gone.
John's gone.
John.
He's not gone.
He went
I
on
talked
a
to him.
walk.
He's still around.
Not in the same way
to
as
him
Zed's dead.
regularly.
No, John's gone.
Took a long walk off a short pier.
Yeah, he's not gone. Anyway.
John just wasn't into the retro thing, so he bowed out when we sort of changed pitch.
That's for the wiki page. By the way, we don't have a wiki page. By the way, why don't we have a wiki page?
Yeah, come on, guys. Jesus. We've been at this for like 5 years.
A long while ago at a gas station, my girlfriend and I we were perusing a rack full of named lanyards. You know, lanyards with people's names on them. Mm-hmm. And I got to the J's and there was one that said Joan, Joan. And I bought it and gave it to John and said, "Here, John, I found a lanyard with your name on it." And he uses it as a keychain to this day. It was quite touching.
His Joan lanyard. Oh yeah, John's a great guy. He's just not into this retro stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would welcome him back to the channel, but he just isn't into the Sierra thing. He isn't into the retro gaming thing. I think the last series that he did with us, God, it might have been like Ark or... I think we did... Yeah, we were doing Left 4 Dead way early.
Oh, so. Yeah. That's almost old enough to be a retro game now.
I know. It's true. Depending on your sort of cutoff date, where like PS2 is going to be retro if 20 years is your thing in like another year or two. So,
damn right. Stay cool, everyone. Stay awake. Stay alive.
Yeah. Stay awake. Freddy will come for you.
Stay awake. Do not sleep. Whatever you do.
Don't fall asleep.
You should sleep. Don't be like me.
Now, one thing before we go, Alex, have you thought about making a booklet or a coffee booklet of your responses to Autodesk?
Oh yeah, I do really. Every time Maya crashes, the crash report comes up, and I leave a really caustic response.
They're not just
Something
caustic;
really
they're
horrible.
very creative. They're fantastic.
They're great. We need to spend a whole show doing. In fact, we should have a dedication part of our upcoming podcast, Pork Futures, where we talk about Alex's obsession with trying to make the Autodesk programmers die, which I understand. Or I guess it's not really die. More like not having them lived in the first place, maybe.
I think the
It's-
ultimate
it's- yeah,
goal
it's-
is to have them take a big, long, hard look at themselves.
It's sort of really arcane criticism, I guess
Yeah.
is what you'd call it. It's one of those things you have to understand right now. Like, I'm sort of sitting here, and my heartbeat feels like I'm sitting too close to the speakers at a concert, and I can't even read the text on the screen in front of me. And that's just because I became frustrated with that. I'm a technical artist. I deal with 3D models. I put them in the game, and one of them wasn't made very well, and I might not make it through the night about it. That's how angry I became and still am. And it's not a reasonable way to exist, and it's no one's fault. It's just
This is why Alex can be 10 years younger with us and still hang with us, because we're all still on the same death timeline.
yeah. We're all gonna make it about as far. I think
We all
I might
still
not
have
even
the
make it
same
that
number
far.
on that Justin Timberlake clock above your head.
But when you're in that state and Maya crashes and Maya gives you this prompt and asks you if you want to talk about it, I usually find that I want to talk about it, and I usually tell them nothing constructive about the crash.
They're beautiful.
What's the point? So they're not
As a-
going to do anything about it.
As a fellow Maya user, I find them very cathartic to read.
Yeah. Maya is, by the way, a program that you can use to create a 3D environments, characters, whatnot, situations. It's
absolutely
used in-
fantastic.
it's used in game and film development. It's quite popular.
That's true. I forget that a lot of these industry tools are not completely well known.
Yeah, you can't just say Maya and expect people to know what
Autodesk
the
is
fuck
not
that is.
like a household name outside
No.
of 3D content creation.
Andrew, did you know what Maya or Autodesk was?
Huh? What?
He's gone.
Huh?
Hey, what? You're right. Alienating.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
okay.
It's like
Autobot,
that,
yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Autobot.
It's like we said we were going to do that other episode where we talked about really relatable stuff, and then we switched to really alienating stuff. Anyway, this is the longest outro we've ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is all my fault again.
It
I'm back on
certainly
probation.
is not.
No, it is not. But big thanks to Lou. Another month of probation for that one. We'll talk to you. That's the best reaction. Fuck. We'll talk to you guys next week. Stay healthy.
Every month of probation is a month you're not fired.
That's true.
Very true.
Indeed.
We can't fire him. We don't pay him.
All right.
You can fire somebody that you don't pay.
Oh no, there's got to be another term for that. I don't think firing covers it.
Ghosting.
No, there was a Seinfeld episode about that.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Well,
Later,
everyone-
folks.
We really got to go. Come on.
Stay sexy.